He is one of the greatest quarterback prospects I've ever evaluated.
This kid has everything that you look for in a quarterback.
Trevor, you're closing in on being the #1 overall pick. People have been talking about this for you since you were in high school. When did you first start thinking about it?
Maybe just kind of looking, you don't have to look exactly right at the light, but.
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't think too much past college until maybe the past year or so. And you kind of start to hear things and just dream and envision things that are kind of laid out in front of you.
Trevor Lawrence has been the #1 pick in whatever draft is coming out before he took the field. There's not, I'm telling you, he is Andrew Luck, Peyton Manning.
It kind of became more real, definitely this past year. There's so much more ahead. With that mindset, it's been hard to look too far ahead just because I'm trying to be present in the moment. But I would say being the #1 pick, possibly all those things, I didn't even really dream that big when I was a kid, so it's cool to be a part of now.
What would you consider a successful NFL career for you?
Success is a hard word. Obviously, winning and losing, that's kind of what you get measured by in football and in sports in general. So obviously that's one thing, but I think just successful is more so how I live my life, type of husband and dad I am one day. That's a little bit outside of the game, but I just think that that's a successful life for me. But as far as the game goes, obviously, dream of winning the Super Bowl. That's going to be probably my biggest goal my whole career, and then hopefully can do that a few times. So, and you just don't know how things are going to work out. So obviously, going to a new city, you got to figure all that out. But just excited to give all I have to a new city and start my family wherever that's at. So just really pumped.
Do you feel pressure that comes along with this title, or do you just feel like it's an opportunity?
I think it's a little bit of both. Different times, sometimes it just, everything feels great and life's really good. Other times you kind of feel the pressure a little bit more, keeping that perspective of setting expectations for yourself and really only focusing on those, and then just the outside noise, trying to not focus on any of that, which is difficult, especially now with social media, all those things. It can be hard to quiet the noise, but that's something that I've had some experience with over the past few years that I'm really actually grateful for now that I've been under such a microscope. Because now stepping into the NFL, it's not totally new to me. Obviously, it's probably going to be a little bit more extreme, but I'm used to it. I'm used to dealing with those pressures and the people coming at me from every different angle. So I think I'm pretty prepared for it.
And then, yeah, perfect.
Like, I think these are pretty cool. They look a little more natural than.
Let's try that.
Was that hard being in the spotlight at such a young age?
Yeah, I think there was definitely some challenges to it. Obviously, there's some great things. Kids now especially think just like being famous and all those things is super cool, but then once that's your life, it's like you can't really go back to what life was before. It's a lot more simple. You just have to think about things that you would never thought you would have to think about, things you do, the image you have, just all of that can be a little bit of pressure at times, but really just blessed to be in this situation. I think the blessings definitely outweigh the negatives about it.
This ball game is over. Clemson once again paints the college football world orange and will be declared kings of college football.
Your freshman year obviously went fairly well on the field, I think most people would say. How would you look at yourself, though, now and the improvement that you feel like you've made since that year?
I stepped into an amazing situation. Obviously, I worked super hard and did my part on that team. That was an amazing team, one of the best teams I've ever been on. So that was a really fun year from that standpoint, but really just stepped into something that was like just amazing, the team I was on. And then I think over the years, the past 3 years, I've gotten a lot better just personally from my play. And you've seen that improvement. So I'm really, really happy with the way I progressed every year. And there were certain things that I wanted to work on that I felt were kind of weaknesses that have gotten a lot better. And obviously there's still a lot of things I need to improve on. But I think from that standpoint of seeing things that I want to get better at and actually being able to do it, I'm really happy with the progress I've made over the past 3 years at Clemson.
Is there anyone in the league among quarterbacks whose brain you have picked more than others?
Up to this point, not really. I know Deshaun just from the Clemson ties a little bit. We haven't talked in a while, but I talked to Peyton Manning briefly. Other than that, there's a lot of guys that honestly I plan on hopefully this offseason getting in touch with and just picking their brains on one, football, but also life, and just kind of adapting and getting used to how life changes from college to the NFL, because even I've noticed so far how it's just been different. Other things get involved, business, and you're not in school anymore, but you got a lot of obligations that are different. So just trying to get used to that, set a schedule for myself, and really stay on top of things. I really would like to get other people's perspectives, so that's something I definitely want to do.